y'all? It's your girl, Sheree, and we are here with episode 10 of If You Know, You Know podcast, the season finale. It's been a little minute since we've been on set. I feel like that's always been the case for us lately. Like we just been diving into like major projects where we haven't really been like in the studio. So it always feels good to just be back in the building. I do miss you, my spice.
I miss you too. It feels really good. Like this energy, I'm just so excited to be back.
Okay, cool. So what's popping today?
If you don't know, I'm your host, Natalie Taste. And today we have the phenomenal Rob Kazi, but he also goes by like a billion other names. So let me get into those. We got y'all tap in Charlie Choco.
Yes,
okay. Yeah. Tommy the Real Nigga, my favorite. Sir Thomas.
My favorite.
Hustle Man Jimmy, Officer Kazi, Mr. Milton, Young BBL, and
Got him.
And Pastor Elroy. Everybody give it up for my guy, Rob Kazi.
Man, I'm feeling good. Wait, is this episode 10 or episode 9?
10.
Episode 10.
Okay.
Disregard.
What makes you think it's 9?
The email said episode 9.
You know.
So I was just making sure.
Oh, no, it's
so
10.
when we got our titles on there. All right. I just make sure the titles was right. You feel me? So episode 10.
The finale.
The finale.
You are.
Okay.
You it. You
okay.
The first
okay.
season.
I actually just changed the name of Young BBL.
What is it now?
It's more of a. So I had to make the rap name a little more gangster.
Okay.
You feel me? So nice BB Hell.
BB Hell.
Hell.
Yeah. BB, I like the Young BBL.
Like
Hell.
gangster rap.
That nigga ass.
Yeah.
Big.
nigga thick as shit, but he still, he raising hell in them streets, so don't play with him.
Make sure you drop that clip.
Get you bars. I'm not mad at you. Look, you kind of like, your energy is just always high way up. So we love that. We love that for you. These characters, like all these different personas and things that you have, like, are any of them just like super, super relatable? Like which one of those that just stand out to you that you like? That's really kind of like me.
The most relatable one is Tommy. And reason being, because I would say that's I think I draw all my characters from some inspiration in life, right? But Tommy is actually a family member. So I actually, that's like my cousin.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, he laughed.
He cried.
He laughed. He like, man, you stupid, woo. But like, that's somebody I hung around. That was my favorite cousin growing up. I used to always go over there. So I'm so used to that energy and somebody just acting like that, flashing out when I feel like the situation is not that serious. So I was more of the Terry. I was more of the like, nah, man, like chill. It's not that deep.
Okay, cool.
I think that works well because we all have a cousin like that. So it's like, it's super relatable.
I have a flash out cousin.
Or that uncle that be drunk at the parties or something.
Yeah, I don't think I have like a gangster. We don't have like
flash out
gangsters in our family. I'm gonna be real.
That's
like,
true.
If you are a gangster in my family, sorry.
Sorry.
That way, but we don't have like the real life.
That nigga used to flash for the stupidest. We on the bus one time on the RTA, and we making all type of noise. The bus driver warned us. And we still making noise, still ribbing people, just cutting up, just being, just bad. We teenagers. He warned us again. He gave us 3 warnings till he finally stopped the bus and was like, all right, y'all gotta get off. Me, everybody else, we like, all right, like, we get it. So this is the next stop was our stop. We don't have that far to go. So as we walking off, this nigga, boom, like punched the bus driver in the face. Yeah, we all run off the bus. We running, we laughing. But then, as time go on, as I'm getting older, I'm thinking back on them situations. I'm like, oh, you didn't have that to do. Like, we were wrong, though. We should have got off the bus. Nigga, why you punch this man? This man gave us 3 warnings. Yeah, he fucked up with it.
Damn. You still fucked up with it? Still be crashing out like that as a grown-ass man?
Nah, it's mental. No, it's like, it's okay. So mental health runs in the family. And so right now, last time I seen him like maybe a year ago. and I don't know, he just wasn't himself. Like the medication and stuff like that, he was just so calm, so mellow.
Damn, you kind of want him to crash out again.
No, I don't want him to crash out, but it just was like almost like zombified. Like it was, you know, it was just like, damn, this ain't even a calm version of him. This is just like, it's like, dang.
At some point, I really want to get into that because like, we always have that person, but we kind of overlook it for like, okay, there's the funny guy, but they actually have issues that should be addressed.
True. I can say that about my family. Like, it's a joke that we have in my family that, oh, we throw it off, we crazy. Like, no, we really probably suffer with super high anxiety.
Yes.
We definitely got ADHD.
Yes.
Mood disorders.
Yes.
Schizo.
Yes.
Like, it's definitely heavy.
Bipolar.
We've learned to, like, make it seem normal.
That's some slave shit.
Learn to live with it. But in reality, we kind of fucked up on some shit.
And I think that's where, for me, where all the characters come from. I think that's why the comedy is so relieving and soothing for me. And for my family, like, I would say all my sisters funny, my brother's funny. Like, we just crack jokes. Like, we at, you know, my uncle, God rest his soul, my Uncle Larry, we had his funeral. And that was like my favorite uncle. And there's a lady in front of us, like, we don't know who she was. She was crying and kind of like, ha, 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 ha. And her wig was slipping.
Stop.
And we back there laughing, like, at a moment, like, it's like we just find any moment to laugh. So, like, right now, of course, our entire family is looking at like, oh, this world is soft, this world is sensitive. But in reality, maybe we just fucked up. So, you know, and
I think that's the beauty of being Black in America, is that we know how to find joy and make the best of our worst.
Yeah.
And kind of like, that's why we took comedy, like you say, and made it such a huge thing for us, because we need that kind of relief. Like, even at a funeral, even in the time of death, like, sometimes that laughter is a part of it.
You need it.
I get it. So all these fucking characters you got, like she said, Tommy Real Nigga, her favorite, which is probably the people's favorite.
I was this man for Halloween. I said early, like 2018, I swear. 2018, I went up to you on some shit, but you wasn't really fooling with the character no more, but.
When you went up to me?
Yes.
In person? And what did I say?
You was being bougie.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. One thing I can say, I have never.
I had the 40 and everything.
No,
I'm like,
I was okay. So I was never bougie. So so what I did have to learn later on is like, all right, so I have to embrace this newfound whatever it is. So now I have the mindset of like, when I leave my house, prepare myself for whatever may come. So at that time, I don't think I was fully prepared. And when I used to go out, I'm like, like I had moments. You know, because I'm human, I had moments. So I'm always a people's person. So if I ever had a moment like that, it was because I just didn't feel like being bothered and I'm aggravated about something else that has nothing to do with you or whoever approached me, but I didn't prepare myself. Now it's like, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill for a minute. And then moments, I just have to get to it. I get in the car, I pray, and then once I'm out the car, no matter what I'm dealing with, you'll never know. I'm smiling, taking pictures, and I could be dealing with something devastational.
That's so relatable.
You wouldn't know.
Because honestly, we both have those conversations all the time. For myself, I tell people I'm the most introverted extrovert you can find. I love being out.
Yes.
But I'm really to myself type
of
person. And this new level of fame or notoriety or recognition, inspiration, like, I don't know what to call it. Like you say, people feel entitled to just come up to you and approach you. And it is something that you have to train yourself to know how to handle it. Now I see sometimes why celebrities kind of be like, get the camera out my face, because in some moments you really don't want
and you don't know
that attention.
What that person dealing with.
Let me tell you, I don't want to make this story so long, but kind of when I first kind of tapped out, before even a podcast started, when people like really start to see the brand as what it was. I'm in a club after club hours. It's like 4 a.m.
Okay.
You know, it's late. It's time to eat and go the fuck home. A girl walks up to me, she drunk. So this also around the time that like I'm separated from my husband. I don't know who know me from what, probably triggered like a motherfucker or some shit. She like, I know you. And I'm like, okay, bitch, where you know me from? You know? And then it turns into like, no, I know you. So people in there are kind of like breaking us up because I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, back up off me. And she really was like, no, wait. I just want to give her her flowers. I love her work.
Yo, chill out.
And it was so weird, but that was my first moment of like, oh shit, Brittany, you can't show up as Brittany when you out all the time. Like, you have to remember that your brand has created something.
Yes.
So it does get a little weird. And I know you got a little social anxiety too.
Yeah, I'm weird as shit. Sometimes I put on characters. You know, I put on, be bringing certain people out no matter the type of vibe. But speaking of characters, we're gonna pull into all of your characters with a little game and let you, you know, freestyle.
I like it.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Come
Okay,
on, let's
so
go.
the game is there's a bowl of characters. So this all your people.
Yeah.
Oh, that nigga took a shot.
Oh, I love that.
Let's hold on. That's what we doing.
Right on the rocks, Miss
Of course, darling.
Oh, I gotta keep mine neat.
Oh,
I just learned that word. That's why I use it a lot lately. Like, I went to the bar, I'm always saying, give me straight. I say no ice. You know, I'm hood. Just give me no ice. And somebody was like, yeah, neat. And I was like, nah, just I was like, nah. Like, yeah, no ice, man. I'm trying to get tore up, man. I don't want it neat. It's like, no, that's no ice. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so you have
Neat
the
it up.
characters, and then there's a bowl of random scenarios. And we want to see how well you are familiar with your characters, and we'll play too. So character pair with a scenario and answer as that character.
Okay. So where's the characters?
So characters is this left one, and scenarios is the other top ones. And we'll try it too. That's cool.
Okay. Got you a sipper.
Thank you, babes.
So I got 2.
So what's the blend?
Time to real.
Okay.
So a scenario, right? This one is facing that way, so I'm gonna just grab this one.
Okay, time you real nigga.
Real nigga. They accidentally bump into someone at a party who don't play that. Oh,
Ooh,
this
that's perfect.
This
Okay,
is.
so time and real nigga accidentally bumps into somebody that just as real as Tommy real nigga.
Yeah.
What Tommy doing?
What Tommy doing? Tommy bumping boom like bitch, what you want to do? You hear me? Like it's what up? Like nigga talking about he don't play that. Bitch, I don't play this or that. You hear me? Like really though. Like bitch, that bitch ain't even in the car, so I ain't even gotta walk all. They didn't pay me at the door.
Oh, it's on you.
They didn't pay me at the door, so nigga know it's jam.
His shit on him too.
Nigga, But guess what? He gotta get to that bitch.
He
gotta get to it. It's too late. It's too late. He ain't even pop. It's over. It's over.
Out of there. All right, let me get one. Let's see if I can do. I hope I get my favorite character.
Me too.
Hustle man, motherfucking Jimmy. Listen, if this ain't the realest crackhead I know, Jimmy be selling coffins and shit.
Man, I seen the tampons. I was like, my God.
Oh my God. All right, hustle man Jimmy caught his pastor stealing money from the tithes and offerings.
Oh, shit.
All right. How hustle man Jimmy approaching this? Flat out, he want a fucking cut.
Oh my God, that is.
10%
That is.
off GP.
It is.
Look, Pastor, I know you be taking this money out the collection plate every week, and I know you be stealing them crackers and that motherfucking juice for the communion and all that, but we ain't got time for that. Give me my cut.
You just want to cut
my money, or I'm telling. If not, you could really just send me the bowl.
That's
Send me the collection bowl,
that's perfect.
and I'm gonna run that bitch to somebody else. She gonna sell it to the next pastor.
Hey, let me tell you something. Nah, I seen it. I seen it all. Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing if I get something. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Just a little cut. Just a little bit.
Ooh, what's Jimmy's drug of choice?
Crack. Just straight hard crack. Crack, and then he would indulge in the soft every now and then. He would do a little
when
cocaine.
He got the money.
Yeah.
When he got that money from that pastor. Okay.
When he get his cut.
He got his cut. Pull up. Don't be scared, baby. Pull him.
Go ahead. What you got?
All right, let's see here.
Now, when we see these skits online, just know this was our intellectual property.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? I'm taking all these scenarios, and I'm really going
Roll them up. You got them.
There's some good writing.
You know.
Okay, so this says, Mr. Milton, if y'all don't know, this is a sugar daddy.
Oh yeah.
Perfect for that.
The situation is their best friend asks for help in a dice game. but keeps losing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Mr. Milton's best friend is asking for help in a dice game, or his sugar baby is asking for help in a dice game? Which way you gonna spin it?
Yeah, spin it how you want to spin it.
I guess it'd be like, y'all gonna figure it out. It's okay, my baby. What you gonna do for that? I'm gonna need a little sugar.
Yeah.
You can play
You
all
wanna
the
know how to
dice.
do that? You know what I'm saying? It's a little something for the, if you're trying to do a little strange for the change.
You ever had a sugar daddy?
Not officially, no.
You ever had a sugar mama? A cougar?
A cougar? Yes.
They break bread?
Hmm?
Really?
Hmm?
How does that?
But you had to get the sugar though.
In that situation, yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
We know your situation now.
Yeah. It was yeah.
I've had
was some
a sugar wild story. You know the meme that goes around that's like, whose house is this? I've been in this house before. I really had that situation where it was like I had sugar daddy, and then a couple of years later, I had son.
You had sugar son.
Wait a minute, that's so freaking
I was
cool
in like, the
though.
house, and I was like, this house looks so fucking
Wait,
familiar.
did he ever find out?
Life.
You ever-
Well, when I went in the house, it was kind of like it was done. I ain't
So you ain't
fuck with it
even
no more. It was done. But daddy had moved. Daddy moved out of town. He don't live here no more. Son kind of inherited the house, or whatever you want to call it. But I did have that situation. But honestly, like all my sugar daddies, they never required sugar. And I love that for me. I never had to be sweet about it. It just was like, it was more arm candy for them. It was more like eye candy, arm candy for them. Come to the pool hall, baby.
Yeah, God bless
sit
their
at the bar.
soul. I couldn't see me being a sugar daddy like that.
I mean, niggas is sugar daddies and they not even daddy.
No, I know.
No more.
I know. I'm gonna need that sugar. If I ever was a sugar daddy, I'm gonna need that sugar.
Listen,
I love my money.
So let's get into your background. Like, what brought you into the comedy world? Like, how did we get here?
I used to call it a mistake, but you know, I just recently posted that I think the post I made. My goal was to be a rapper, and but then I never had dreams. I'm gonna try to quote the caption verbatim. Like I've always been naturally funny. My goal was to, but my goal was to be a rapper. I never had dreams or aspirations of being a comedian, and now I dream of being one of the greatest.
Wow.
And I said, God is, I said, this path was by God's design. It's not a mistake, it's purpose. So really, that's it. Like I started posting a few funny videos on social media just to try to get some more traction. My goal was like, okay, I'm gonna post a few funny videos, get my followers to 10,000. Once I get to 10,000, I'm stopping all the funny shit and I'm gonna just push my music. Because I was already out the trunk with it. So I could just push the music online and out the trunk. But God had different plans. Like it got to 10K and it was like, all right. And I started kind of falling in love with it. And then eventually it really just hit when I started seeing the responses like, oh, my cousin just passed away and, this is the first time I smiled in a week. And I was like, dang, I did that. And, so it was like, all right, I think, and then I started thinking about it and I'm like, damn, I think I've always been this way and I didn't realize it. Because people in high school used to say, high school and middle school, like, oh, you should be a comedian. And it used to bother me. Because
you wanted to be a fucking rapper.
And then they knew how good I was with rapping. I was at it rapping, and they would say it. They're like, man, nigga, you cold with the rapping and whoop. But then I might crack a joke and they're like, oh, man, you could be a comedian. But it bothered me. But then I realized.
Why did it bother you?
It bothered me because my dream was to be a rapper. So when people say, oh, you could be a comedian, and you also turn around in the same breath and tell me how dope I am as a rapper, like, it almost make me feel like you're trying to deter me off of like this path. Like, why? Like, what you talking about? Some comedian? Like, I'm not no. And I used to tell myself like that. Tell myself like, I ain't no funny nigga, but yes, I am. Like, I used to, no, but I used to make people laugh. But I don't think subconsciously I would do it. And then as I got older, really once I got into comedy, I look back on those situations when people say, when I start looking at it like, damn, I'm a comedian now. That's crazy. And I started thinking about it, and I thought about all the times I made somebody laugh, and I was like, was this always my purpose? And I would think, like, in school, something I used to do and I was subconsciously doing it.
Yeah.
If you came to class you or Natalie came to class and your energy was low, I'm not having it.
Okay.
I'm going to like crack jokes surrounding you. I'm not gonna rib you.
Yeah.
But I will crack jokes.
I definitely
just
would have
to
ribbed them.
No. Not if you down. I got a big heart. So like I'm not about to fuck with you if I see you down. But if I see you down, I'm gonna crack jokes and I'm gonna try to lift the energy around you because I never ever cared for low energy. Like if you got low energy around me, I don't like it. So now I gotta try to lift you up in some type of way, and I always use laughter subconsciously, not knowing I was doing that. And just because I'm trying to change the energy. And then once you smile, that made me feel good. But I never still wanted to be a comedian. And then eventually,
didn't even know you was doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Right. I'm so curious, like, what was that transition like? Because it's like you want to be a rapper, they have this image, and then now you have to be a comedian, the funny guy. So what was that first piece of content like diving into that lane?
What was my first? God. So my first video, I think was Pastor Elroy.
My nigga.
So Pastor Elroy was my first character, and I was selling press shirts. And I was saying, prayer don't work without the shirt. I was selling press shirts. And so my second character is what actually got me to like 3,000. Because I started off, clearly I'm starting Instagram, I only got like a 50 followers, maybe like 100 followers. And I did the Pastor Elroy, that got me to maybe 500 followers. Then I went to like a little over 3,000 once I started the second character, which I don't want to say I'm not proud about, but I definitely don't do it no more. It's not even online no more. I just took it all out. But so I did do a wig character.
A wig?
Yes.
Okay.
A woman character. So I did a character called Petty Polynesia.
Petty Polynesia.
Petty Polynesia. We're gonna
come back to Petty Polynesia.
That's an OG.
Sure. Note that.
We're gonna come back to Petty Polynesia.
An OG character. But I did that. I also grew up with 7 sisters, so I'm kind of just mimicking them, doing stuff.
Are you the only boy?
I got 2 older brothers.
Okay.
So I'm mimicking them, just kind of doing like female scenarios, this and that. People gravitated towards it. It started going crazy. I started getting some followers, and then my son was born.
Petty gotta go.
My son was born. He was I still was doing it, and then he turned like 2. And around the time he was 2, I was already telling myself, I'm like, all right, he's getting older. I don't know if I wanna, but I grew up on Living Color, like watching, Jamie Foxx play Wanda and, Martin play Shanae on the Martin show. So for me, it was like the norm of comedy. I didn't really look at it a certain type of way. But I started looking at it differently when I had my son. I was like, okay, I don't want him to be confused. I don't want him to see this and, so let me just, like, for the sake of him, I kind of just backed out. And I was thinking that, but I still didn't back out. I go to a club, I see somebody who's popular, a guy who's popular doing wig skits. He get booked in that club for his female character.
There you go.
And he walked through the crowd with the wig on, he had on dude clothes, but he had on some Uggs with the wig on. And I looked, and I said, oh, fuck no. Like,
I ain't gonna be
like that shit all fun and games. Like if I'm in my house with the wig on, just like cracking jokes, like just josing. But like, I gotta, come on. I said, oh no. If they gonna book me anybody, it's gonna be a male character. They gonna book,
and that was
Young Rob was the name. My name wasn't even, that was my rap name. My Instagram name at the time was Mr. Funny 504. But I'm like, hell no. So I was like, let me dead it. I came up with what I believe to be a genius way to kill the character. Matter of fact, I just stopped doing it. I just stopped doing it. People was wondering like, why you stop doing it? Why you stop doing it? Then I did a skit to where it was another character I stopped doing, not purposely, I think I just got away from it, but Crazy Randy. It was just like this crazy psycho dude who was a stalker, who would stalk Rob Kazi. And in the sketch, he stalked me and he was like, hey man, why you don't follow me back? Why this and why this? And I'm like, damn, like,
Yikes.
so he's in the house, he pull out a gun, like, sit down. sit the fuck down. And I'm like, oh shit. And he's like, why you stop doing Petty Polynesia?
Yo.
And I'm like, oh man, I'm funnier than that. I don't need the way. And I kind of explained it in the skit. And he was like,
genius.
he said, well, lucky for you, I go through your trash every week. And he pulled out the wig.
No
and he
way.
said, put it on.
No way.
Like, no. He's like, put the fucking wig on.
No.
So, and that was my way of doing it one last time for them. I put the wig on. And frightened by this gun in my face, I do the character one last time. And that's it. And he just laughed. He's like, hilarious.
Wait a minute.
I was fucking hilarious.
So yeah.
Joke, nigga.
Yeah. No, that's what it was. That's what it was. So that was my way of doing it one last time. And then after that, I never did it again. That was like 2014.
That was a question we had for you. Like, how far is too far once you tap into this acting, into comedy? Because, you know, that's something that we hear in the entertainment industry, that's the way that they exploit our black men. That's the way that they kind of bring it in. And we were going to literally ask you, like, you know, we have people like Luke James just played a homosexual role. Who else? You know, we had other people. Even Denzel Washington recently mentioned that he had a kissing scene that got deleted, and we wanted to know, like, what was your take on that? But obviously,
yeah, because that was just, you know. And then, like I said, he was just so young. And then even now, it's like, I don't know. It's just I'm just not. Like, I feel like they got some dope gay actors.
Facts.
Like, why not just hire a gay actor to do the gay scenes? You know? Now they came with like, hey, we got 50 million. Bitch, hold on, wait a minute. No, but honestly, like in all seriousness, I can't do a sex scene or a kissing scene. Facts. Like I cannot bring myself to kiss a man in his mouth on the cheek. I can't.
A little TMI. I watched the new Tyler Perry series, Black Beauty or Beauty is Black. Listen. Nigga was pounding the fuck out that nigga. I'm talking about that nigga back was arched, bitch.
You was starting to over that? You like that?
I did it a few times to see like, listen, pause. I needed to see if this was really like natural to him or if he was like a damn good actor. I guess the question that I have is like, how do we find that balance of our own personal boundaries when we're tapping into the entertainment industry?
Well, that for me,
these opportunities.
For me, that's a personal boundary, and I know it's a personal boundary for me because like when I'm watching stuff, like let's say two men hugging or holding hands, that type of shit don't bother me.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm being honest, like I can't sit through a gay sex scene or a kiss scene. Is as a straight man, it just like I just So it's like I can't. So if I can't sit through and watch it, I know I can't play a part in it.
For sure.
So it just I'm just not interested in men.
But
like
I love that. What I've gathered from that is that you really have to stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
And you haven't shifted from that, and it seems to work.
Yeah.
So I feel like so many people go through the idea of like, okay, I'm doing this right now, but I know I'm passionate about this. I'm great at this. What advice do you have for them trying to go through that motion of pivoting?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Kind of break that down.
So like, what advice? Because you went from a rapper to a comedian, and you're thriving in that. And so many of us go from just a career switch. So what advice do you have them just like trust themselves into leading with what they're, you know?
I would say, don't even trust yourself. I would say, trust God. Like that's the main thing. You have to trust God, because if I did trust myself, I wouldn't be doing this. Because myself wanted to do that, clearly. You know, but then when God was like, hey, go this way, I had an option. I had an option to ignore it and be like, no, I want to be a rapper. You know, but I didn't start off obedient to his voice. I was like, you know, and I kind of ran from comedy for a minute, like not just the stand-up aspect of it. And I ran from the stand-up aspect of it, and I don't think I ever told a story like.
Oh, run it! Do we have a if you know drop?
So I don't think I ever told this story publicly, but so I ran from the stand-up aspect of comedy for the longest, and I just felt like stuff wasn't really working. I'm like, okay, at the time, I think I had like 80,000 followers, but it's just like but this was.
I'm trying to get the 75, Rob.
So look, but listen, so sometimes that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. So, okay, let me put this in perspective for people like, oh, looking at followers and feel like, oh, this person got this person got that. I had 80,000 followers, and I was living check to check. I could not save money. I could do so. Followers don't mean nothing.
It don't.
Right? So I'm living check to check, and I'm frustrated. I didn't want to put stand-up comedian in my bio because I was running from that aspect of it. I was doing the sketches, and I'm kind of like just tapped into it. I was doing that for like 4 years. Let me fast forward. Let me try to make it a little faster.
No, you're good. Make it a double too, beautiful.
I'm standing in my living room at the time. It's 2018. I'm standing in my living room. Me and my fiance, who's together now, we wasn't together at that time. We had broke up for like 2.5 years. So this is in that span. In that span, I'm solo, kind of learning myself more. I'm in that living room and I'm crying out to God, literally, like tears in my eyes, cussing. Like, what the God?
Yeah, real.
Like, you gave me these gifts for what? Like, I can't even show the world. Like, why would you even give me all these gifts? If I'm just stagnant, if I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, like, what's, and I'm angry at God. And in that moment, that was the clearest I ever heard God. I'm pacing, I'm crying, I'm walking around pacing. And it just, I stopped. When I heard the voice of God, I stopped. He said, look out the window. And I was literally standing next to the window when he said that. And the blinds were open, which I rarely have my blinds open, but my blinds were open this day. I looked. There's a 15-passenger van sitting right there in my parking spot. That was my daddy van that he let me borrow for 2 years because I didn't have money to get a car. He said, I'm like, what? He like, you're not catching a bus. You're not catching Ubers, this and that. You have transportation.
Yeah.
Look around. I look around, I see this apartment. Like literally, as I'm looking around, I see a roach. I put this on everything I love. I see a roach crawling. I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at, God? This?
Fucking roach?
Yeah. He was
Poverty,
like,
nigga.
He said, yeah. He was like, you have a roof over your head.
Oh my God.
You have never been behind on your bills.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I can't even, like, you talking about bills, like, you can't even, you talking about bills, I can't even save. I can't even save money. But have you ever went without? Have you ever went behind on anything? You have a son. Have your son ever went without a meal? Have you went without a meal? Even when you couldn't eat, you went by your mama's house. You went by your sister's house. I got 7 sisters. I've never went without. And I'm like, damn, what are you trying to tell me? Like, is this still not making sense?
What
like,
you saying,
what you saying? Since we on the subject of sons, because I talked about he was telling me about my son never went without, I never went without. Since we on the subject of sons, if your son was disobedient, would you still provide his needs? I said, yes.
Absolutely.
But would you give him what his heart desires? I said, You sitting up here crying and cussing at me, talking about what you can't be, and I'm trying to be a comedian, I'm trying to be this, I'm trying to be that. And yet you take stand-up comedian out your bio.
And I'm telling you what to do.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
And I'm like, whole while I'm being disobedient. I'm trying to do what it is I want to do. I'm trying to see what I see fit for my life. That's not what God seen for my life.
Faith without work is dead.
Faith without works is dead. So in that moment, I had that moment was so surreal. I hung up that phone. Well, I'm saying I hung up the phone because it felt like I was on the phone. But I got on the phone after that, right? I got on the phone after that, and I kind of wiped my eyes. Like 10 minutes later, I got on the phone. Shout out DC Paul, local comedian down here, DC Paul, like one of my boys. He was one of the ones who tried to get me more into stand-up. I called him. I said, hey, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. I put it back in my bio. He said, all right. I said, yeah, just let me know when we got something. He said, all right, they got something tonight. I said, come on, God. You out your mind. You think I'm about to start tonight?
Yes.
We just had a talk. Hold on. So I hang up the phone. I'm like, all right, well, maybe not tonight. Just let me know the next one. Hang up the phone. God say, see? And I'm like, all right. I call him back. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I get on stage that night. It don't go well. And that's what I was running from.
The first initial
the fear of that. It didn't go well. So I'm like, after that moment, I'm like, all right, God, I'm still funny. Like, I know I'm funny. It just ain't go well, you know. And DC gave me some encouraging words. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm gonna do it again. You said do this. You said be obedient. I'm gonna do it again. I'm like, all right, DC. Well, just let me know the next one we gonna do it. He said, well, they got another one tonight. I said, God, come on. Why you playing with me like this?
I get two.
What do you mean? So I go to another stage that night, do the same jokes, kill it. Like he gave me both scenarios.
Right, in one night.
I'm gonna let you face your fear. That fear that you have, I'm gonna allow it to happen. And then I'm gonna give you what you're gonna see in the future.
That is so amazing.
And man, and that was crazy. This is a testimony. I feel like I gotta share the rest. So I go by my mama's house the next day. We all got keys to my mama, my parents' house, my mama and my daddy. My sisters, that I unlocked the door, my sisters that my mama not there. She says, I'm on the phone with mama. I'm on the phone with mama, she talking about you. I was like, huh? She cut it on speaker. My mama is talking to her. She like, yeah, and then I was praying over him yesterday. And I was saying, God, if it's not for him, remove it. If it's not of you, remove it. Talk to him, Lord, guide him, this and this and that, whoop the whoop. I ain't tell nobody that I was having this conversation with God.
Right.
So simultaneously, as I'm talking to God, she's talking to God. And in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, I already knew God was real, but you can't make that shit up. Man, so I'm like, oh my God, wow. I go outside because I get teary-eyed. I get choked up. I'm like, oh my God, damn. Okay, so that moment was real. I knew it was real. I felt like it was real, but that was confirmation. That was the confirmation. But then the Bible said it comes in threes. I go outside, my sister, husband, at the time, they had kind of just rekindled because there was some stuff that went on, so I wasn't really feeling him at the time. So he walk up on some, hey man, you know, what's up? Like I said, I'm not really feeling him, but he's like, hey, God wanted me to tell you something. So I'm like,
no,
God wants you to tell me something.
So yeah, exactly. And she's the person that's really into church and kind of pulled him into it. So if anybody would be telling me something about God, I felt it would be her. But all right, God, do your thing. Use them. Let me see what's happening. He said, man, I'm telling you that God is about to do some things for you. He is about to do some things for you, so get prepared for the tricks and the attack of the enemy because it's about to happen. I don't know when it's about to happen, but God says it's about to happen. It's about to happen soon. Ooh. You got the moment. You got the confirmation. Now you got coming in three. Now you got the coming. So I'm like, okay. I would say about 3.5 months later, Tommy. That's when Tommy
came.
Tommy happened, and a week or two after Tommy happened, I quit my job. That video was in July of 2018. I have never worked a job or worked for nobody since that moment.
That's what's up.
I've been on my path.
She's trying to dap you off. Don't leave my girl hanging. There we go. Don't leave my girl hanging.
Yeah, so that's so to sum up, you know, long answer for that question, trust God. Don't trust yourself.
Trust God and make sure you do the work.
You got to do the work.
3 months following, so make sure you keep doing the work because
have patience.
The light's on the other side. So you're mad creative. Like,
yes.
I don't know how you're able to ad-lib the way you do, and freestyle is so impressive. So what happens when you see somebody biting your shit? How does that feel? It's like, you know, like the whole saying, we're ours, we're sensitive about our shit.
It used to really bother me. Like for real, like it was to the point to where when I was doing the self-defense stuff, I actually made a video, like man, this dude, like I'm about to call this dude out. I got a lot of followers, I'm about to call him out. But then it just got to the point to where it was like, whatever, I'll just write more. Like I would just write more. Like you can try to mimic me, but you could never do it how I do it. And the fact that you need to mimic me and mimic this one and mimic this one,
you ain't got the song.
It just shows me my gifts. My gifts are my gifts, and I can come up with 10 more scenarios and you'll still be searching people's pages to follow, to copy from. So
that's right.
It's like, all right, so it just shows me it's not organic. So you ain't gonna go as far as I'm gonna go because of how you choose to do things.
Right. And I feel comfortable with that. Imitation is the biggest or highest form of flattery?
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm not gonna lie. There's a Drake ball that Drake ball goes so hard.
What do you say?
Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me.
True.
Annoying?
Like
yes, but it's flattery.
No.
Love me.
So listen, for me, it's like 50-50. So 50 is flattering, 50 is like,
come on,
fuck.
You can't.
Like, damn, like go do you.
I had to learn as creatives.
So it could be annoying.
I had to learn as creatives, we have to stop being annoyed by it, right? Because like you see, it's nothing for us to come up with something new at a drop of a dime. Whereas I think that's the gift that he gave us. That's the talent. I'm going to give you this, and you are an influence on other people. Sometimes that has to look like mimicking. Sometimes that has to look like somebody following your direct blueprint. I think what we have to start doing as creatives is learning how to leverage our creativity. So now for me, when I started in the wedding planning, event planning industry, people would copy my designs, copy my flow. I'm a teacher now. So now I don't feel a certain type of way about you mimicking it, because technically you mimicking my formula and I'm getting paid from it, so I don't feel as bad about it. But I mean,
yes, Lord.
Is this?
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hallelujah. I could be in Pastor Era. Okay, this is Natalie from Gourmet Snack.
This is a beautiful spread.
Oh,
and what these is right here? This like little
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Come on,
I don't eat Brussels sprouts.
You gonna eat them today?
Okay, I'm gonna try
really
them. I'm going to try them today. You feel me?
So Gourmet Snack sponsored the season finale of If You Know, You Know podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check her out.
Black woman owned,
amazing catering company. She has some bomb-ass deals happening right now to get you through the holiday season. And so, if you don't feel like cooking, if you don't even know how to cook, because a lot of y'all be talking about y'all know how to cook and y'all get that box macaroni. Look at that boy first.
I'm over here.
Make sure y'all tap in and follow and connect with Gourmet Snack, because this is the food. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Delectable.
Wait,
but we didn't even say Grace. I don't know about y'all, but
damn.
Sunk it.
I've nominated her as like the prayer master.
We sung it. But you know what, Lord? Thank you for this food that we're about to receive. We hope that the people that don't have food, you find a way to take whatever we are wasteful with and get it to them in some degree and provide for those. Bless the cook and also bless her business. Allow her to see prosperity and everything that she needs. Because this is so good, Lord.
Are you eating as you? I got my eyes closed and everything. I'm like, wait, is she chewing?
I mean, what you supposed to do?
I was waiting for the amen.
Amen.
There we go.
I think I'm carried away. Thanksgiving. You be cooking?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am a breakfast person.
Grace.
You like breakfast? Breakfast food for Thanksgiving?
No. She asked me, do I be cooking? I said, I'm a breakfast person. I cook breakfast. So I'm real good at cooking breakfast.
Like, what you cook?
Eggs, just like the typical stuff. Grits, bacon. I made some fire biscuits. I can make some pancakes. I'm just a breakfast person. Like, cause I grew up, we had to take turns. Like my daddy made us do it. We had to take turns. All right, it's your turn in the kitchen. You gotta make this. So
now I cook. I don't get to go around and make my rounds because a lot of food I can't eat. Like
Brussels
I don't eat pork.
What is a Brussels sprout? What is it exactly?
It's like a baby cabbage.
Like a baby cabbage. All right, let me see, cause I don't.
Now I'm gonna be real. I like these, but if you've never had Brussels sprouts before, you probably gonna want them a little more glazed. But taste them; they're really good. It's like a baby cabbage.
It's not bad, but I feel like it's, what's the word? What they say? You have to have a
acquired taste. I got you.
Acquired taste.
It's acquired taste. Now people put like
because it's just
glaze on them. People put like different type of bourbon sauce and honey, this and that. So
it tastes real green.
It is. It's a veggie.
This is like my next dish I'm trying to master.
Not everything.
For sure.
Not every green tastes that green. Like, that's why I hate spinach.
Because y'all cook that bit down too hard.
I hate
solid nutrients out there. What's going on?
I hate spinach.
I hate niggas.
Why?
But
I love spinach.
Mustard greens, I like. I like collard greens. I like string beans. I can eat peas. Okay. So I can eat greens. I can eat certain greens and salads.
I like the greeny greens.
I love salads. I love salads.
So this Carnation, you remember like the Norbit butt? Was that Norbit butt? What was that Norbit or Nutty Professor where they had like the turkey butt? I always think of that. You know what I'm talking about. The booty.
It might have been Norbit, because I don't remember the Nutty Professor, and I never, I don't even want to say that, but I never seen Norbit. I never watched it.
Oh my goodness, that's a
That's
lot.
part of the vote now.
No, not that I wasn't interested. I just never.
I feel like right now we are looking real Thanksgiving hood. I don't get to eat.
Yeah, so let's take the plate.
We
We gotta have y'all talking. Like,
Oh yeah.
eating like a motherfucker.
let's grab a plate.
All right, grab it, please. Grab it, please.
We ain't done. We ain't done.
We ain't done yet. All right, let me.
Nigga,
They done started. All right.
I mean, the chicken is so tender.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
That's what's shining out to me.
Yeah,
is the-
and when I made that
is
face,
that turkey?
cause this dragon run.
Tender.
So when I made that face, it was this here.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God.
It's good.
All right, get this out of here,
Get
man.
this
Come
out
on,
of
take
here.
the place. Hurry up, please.
Now like nothing is soupy, but it's
Please.
like it's worth every bite.
I'm about to talk so fast. We gotta get out of here.
Me too. Fucking this shit. Separated so we could come.
And when I was my favorite movie was Gorillas. I gotta check. I gotta do this, but I just too much.
You gotta chill out.
Yeah.
Man, look, so what's Thanksgiving like at your house? What that's gonna be like? Whole bunch of niggas cracking jokes, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, Lord.
For real. Either that and some tension
Oh,
or some foolishness.
it be like that.
Yeah, fam. You know, family.
Gotta look.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm like the neutral one. And I don't really be having no issues.
So who is Rob Kazi outside of the characters that you play?
Outside of the characters I play,
Yeah.
who I am?
Yes.
I am mainly a family man.
oh, let's get into it. Fiance, I heard you say that earlier. Congratulations, beautiful lady.
Can I get a
How is
napkin?
it- Yeah, can we get some napkins? Look, Chris, I actually have some in this first drawer right here.
Yeah.
You know what we usually have the and then we go wait a second to catch ourselves back up.
Bam. That all right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Look, our hands.
All right. This nigga hood in the mom. Huh?
Catch back up. Here, Natalie Cat.
Here you go, nigga.
Nah, we good.
We good.
We just went. Y'all, you ready for us to just roll back in? Oh fuck, we got a long way.
Yeah, 15 minutes, something like
All right, we got a long way to go. Then we gotta hurry up. All right. All right, family man, how is it? I see that she's sometimes that is her in the skit.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanna make sure before I be like,
Yes.
I see her in the skit. How is it working with your partner? Because you know, people say that relationships are a business now. Technically,
Yeah, it is.
a part of your relationship is a
it's a
business.
job.
How is that
It's a job.
dynamic?
Well, I bought into the idea, and now she's on the management team.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So she's like the she's my what I would consider my day-to-day manager.
Okay.
You know, like manages, time, emails, hey, you need to be here, hey, you need to be doing this,
Got
and kind of keep the money in the family too. That's
Okay.
that's another thing, you know.
Yeah. I think that's one of the values that women bring to relationships right now, since we're gonna go there.
Yes.
People talk about
Balance.
so much how, first of all, social media and society is dividing the Black family like crazy. They got this narrative out there that there's no benefit of having a wife. There's no benefit of having a husband. Men don't do this. Women don't do this. Like, we hear this divide all the time. But I think that's one of those things that the feminine brings into the family dynamic is the balance, the structure, the order. Like,
Yeah.
although y'all may be leaders and y'all may be out making sure that things are done necessarily, those women are kind of like back there orchestrating everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is a big benefit. Do you feel that, or not even do you feel, because I know you can't, what would you give, what information would you give to a single man and letting him know like the benefits and the values that you receive of having a Black woman in your corner?
Yeah. So it helps out if you allow it.
Mm.
Because a lot of times we in our own way and we don't really allow it. So it actually took me some time to really sit back and say, okay, you got to put some of that pride to the side as a man. You got to put some of that pride to the side and say, okay, let me look at what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Like, for instance, she is amazing with finances.
Mm-hmm. Ain't you?
It's not me. Me, I go in the store and I'm like, oh, damn, that's nice. $200-something, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Her, she's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we afford it? Yes, but look at this. Hey, bring that back to the store. I'm like, I might buy something and it was $25 and I'm like, oh, fuck. She like, bring it back. I'm like, it was $25. She like,
so
she don't
that
care. She like, bring it back. My mindset is different. So her money management is amazing. So it took me some time to say, because I'm making the money, I'm the breadwinner. So I move like, well, I'm the breadwinner. It took me some time to say, all right, well, if she's the strong point in money management,
let her lead it.
Hey, listen, okay, here's this, and hey, babe, I'm about to get such a, you think I should, you think that's a, well, I think you should probably wait till, all right, it's my money.
That's right.
But, all right, let me do that. And sometimes, I think another important thing for men to know is I'm big on being a leader and your woman being submissive and stuff like that. But you have to also give her reason to submit.
Yeah, gotta have a purpose, gotta have a mission.
But also, let me say this is very important, and a lot of men don't realize this, but there are moments that we have to be submissive. And like, not like, no, oh, be all right, I'm gonna listen. Not like that, because I think when you say that, some men be like, oh, let's be submissive. Like, nah, like, okay, so let me give you a scenario. A scenario to where, I don't know, let's just say you have a situation and you have an idea. And then your girl chimes in and she has an idea. And you feel it, that her idea may work a little better than yours. Put your pride to the side in that moment, submit and say, okay, all right, babe, what you say? What you say? And you take her idea and you lead with it. You're still the leader, but you just say, all right, wait, hold on. All right, damn, that do work better. And that was my problem. A lot of times I would lead with something and, you know, and thank God for her. A lot of times when it didn't pan out, she wouldn't be like, I told you so. She just sort of give me a feeling or a look the look would say, I told you so. And I'm like, ah. So it got to a point, I'm like, all right, babe, how we about to do this? Yeah. And she would let me know. And then, you know, most of the time I know what we doing. I don't know how to do it. But in some of those moments to where she would say something and I know it's better than my idea, I'm going with her idea.
Yeah.
I'm submitting to her idea. Like, all right, let's go with that. So
I love that. I think what you said is truly paramount, because just how you find that she is the more practical one. And sometimes that will fall underneath like the characteristics of a man. So I love that you're allowing her to lead in those spaces. That's like truly amazing.
I think another thing too is oftentimes women, we don't make it easy for men to submit. We don't make it easy for them to we don't know how to finesse. I think we've lost the art of finessing. That was something that I feel my grandmother taught me. My mother kind of taught me. And there's a certain way that you can make sure that order and structure and you are present and may have the idea, but you gotta know how to make him feel like
you gotta drop them crumbs. You gotta drop them crumbs.
You know, drop the crumbs. Let him pick him up and be like, yeah, daddy, you did that.
You can't do it. Okay, so this is for the women. You can't do it with attitude. That's like, because I think that's the main thing why some men is like, I'm not about to submit, because it's like, well, I told you to, it would have worked this way. And immediately as a man, bitch, I keep fucking up before I listen to you talk to me like that. You're not about to talk to me like that.
I'm learning that one.
Like, I fuck up on purpose, like before I let you talk to me like that. But she would do it in a way like, okay, so I messed up, like fucked off some money, right? And we sit in the office and she, oh babe, real soft tone to where I'm listening and starting off, I don't really want to hear it, but I as I'm listening, you know, it's like, she's hitting a spot to where she wouldn't have hit if she would have.
If she would have elevated.
Yeah, she would have elevated. But once it's over, once I leave that conversation, she may not know, but now I'm riding around and now I'm walking around and I'm like, damn, I really fucked up.
Facts.
Like, she made me feel it. She made me feel it without having to. That's how I could submit. That's how I could come back and be like, all right, babe, I'm sorry. Like, let's do it this way. That's how a woman, that's how women, that's how you get your man to submit. You have to be soft. like
Soft.
we expect women to be. Don't come at us with the trying to feel like you're trying to overtake and be a leader. Let us lead. Make us feel like we leaders.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, play, it's mind games. Like y'all say, it's finessing.
The male ego is so fragile,
Yes.
it's so fragile. And I often see you cry in your content a lot. You cry when the Saints lose. You cry, you know, like, so as a man, let's kind of get into that a little bit. The importance of men embracing their vulnerability, the importance of men being emotionally mature and things like that. Like, do you think that that level of content is actually helping the black male figure embrace their emotions?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be all the way blunt honest. When I do that type of content, I'm not necessarily be thinking about the importance of it and stuff.
You're just running.
I just think it's funny.
Okay.
So I just would do it because I'm like,
think
Sheree, if your man came and was like crying about some bills or some shit, how you handling that?
So I'm not gonna
Crying
lie.
about
I've
the
had
bills?
crying about a
Financially,
bill.
yeah.
nah, I'm
I
not
think
about to
for
cry
me,
about that.
so
Alright,
there
so
is a
I'm not about to
certain
cry
level
about
of
that.
masculinity that I like, but however, I have been in relationship where I've seen my ex-husband or my spouse at his lowest, like complete. I'm talking about snot,
Yes.
bubble ball,
Yes.
tear, crying behind some things, losing their career, like life-changing things.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not gonna lie, something about that does make me feel like super sexy. It makes me feel like I've opened the gate. You know, I've reached the place where he feels so comfortable, so safe, and so vulnerable that he can let that side of him show. So I'm always gonna welcome it. I'm not the type that feel like, oh, you're a man, you gotta toughen up.
Yeah.
Like, that's never been my thing. I like my man soft. Now, at the end of the day,
It can't be about no bullshit.
can't be no
It
bullshit.
cannot be about no bullshit.
But there is a certain time and a place where that is comfortable. And I think in our home, in the privacy of our home, it's my job and my role to set that tone and create that environment for him. So I'm good with it.
If matter of fact, so the last time, cause I only cried in front of my girl maybe like probably like 3 times ever. But the last time I did it, it's never like on a scale, like you said, bills. I would never. I would be riding around in the car thinking about this shit to myself. I would
Before you
never,
cry,
like, hell no, because my job is to provide and to protect. And I'm not about to let you see me weak in the providing area. Like, I'm gonna figure that shit out. But so it was more along the lines of I was feeling like I got to a spot in my career and I was having what they call it,
Imposter
syndrome.
Come on,
Thank you.
girl.
Thank you. I was having imposter syndrome and I was like, well, damn, maybe I'm not meant to be as big as I thought I was.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, this person passed me up, or this is happening. I'm looking at other things I shouldn't be looking at. And it's like, well, damn, I'm supposed to be this far. And, you know, I should be doing this. And, you know, so it's all these different thoughts. And then it's like, damn, I don't, like, is this the plateau? Is this the
It be
ceiling?
like that.
So, and with those
like that.
feelings, and with those feelings of like, damn, like, you know, it could be real depressing and real.
Yeah.
So, and I think one of the things was like, I was walking around, we was kind of like butting heads for a while. And I finally we was talking. But it was like a regular talk. We was kind of like, not fussing, but we were just talking and I was just letting some stuff out.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I said out loud what I had been thinking for a long time, for damn near, like, it was like 9 months. I've been thinking these thoughts, but I never said it out loud. And I said it out loud and I was like, I just don't believe in me anymore.
Ooh, that's tough.
And when I said it,
It came out, the emotion followed.
And I was like, I don't believe in me no more. Like, I don't think this and I don't think this about me. And I go out in the streets and people are like, oh, you're so talented, you're so gifted, and you're so this. And I'm like, I don't fucking see it. If I was this, then why am I
is not
here?
this? Yeah.
Like, I can't be, you know, and in that moment.
I love that she was able to do that.
So I said that. She was sitting in the bed, I was standing up, and she got up and she walked towards me and she just grabbed me.
Yes, queen!
Yeah.
Yes!
So she walked towards me and she just like hugged me in her arms and it kind of
and let you have that moment.
Let me
you know what? But I mean, you're here now. Like, that's so crazy. And I don't know, I've always
kind of had a talk with God after that, and I was like, Oh shit! What am I? How
Are.
dare you think that way about me?
When you gonna be on Wild and Out? I feel like I want to see you on there.
Oh man. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna be on there, but December 6th, I will be there. I was invited, all access.
Okay.
So I will be there.
We gotta get you on the
One for
stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
One for Ed. So let's kind of tap into it because you feel like he needs to be there, but I feel like there's so many other opportunities coming to the city. So 50 Cent about to open this huge production company in Shreveport. What does that mean for artists and creatives like us, for your actors, your comedians, your talent artists? Like, are you geared about that? Is that something that you kind of look forward to, or you kind of just like,
I look forward to it, but I think, like, honestly, like the road I took and the things I've endured and stuff like that, my mindset is more or less like, if it's for me, it's for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. But God, I just recently learned this prayer, and I've been saying it. And what by recently, I mean like recently, like maybe like last week.
okay.
So for the last week, I would say, every morning I would say, God, put me in the places you want me to be. And give me the words when I need to say them. Hold my tongue when I don't need to say nothing at all. So if God feels like that's a place I need to be in, I'll be there.
All right, well, we know what it is.
So if not, then maybe it's another place I'm supposed to be in. So you can have your, for me, that's an easy way to not feel let down about nothing.
True. Speaking of placement, right? So New Orleans is about to get this Walk of Fame type energy, thing like that. Who you feel are your top 3 people that you think absolutely need to star or fleur-de-lis or whatever they're putting on this NOLA Walk
of Fame? And what does it
So it's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I guess it's like paying homage to all those. My top, definitely Weezy F. Tunechi,
yes,
definitely goes down. He got it already, but that's like understood for him, Tunechi. I think if I had to go on a local, down-to-earth basis, I would give it to Tank from Tank and the Bangers. I feel like she's done the groundwork. She's a staple. She's great for the Black women in the community and things like that, so she's very deserving. And if I got to be funny and kind of off, fucking Morris Bart. Like, that nigga is on everything. He's everywhere.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like even though he may not be like entertainment, marketing and media, like everybody knew Morris Bart.
Yeah, well,
You've always known
definitely
Morris Bart.
hit it with Wayne, of course. I think that's like a no-brainer. But if I was to go like local along the line, like you said, like Tank, I would I would pick Super.
Super facts.
Yeah, I just feel like she's done like a lot, and like especially with Black women, Black people in general.
Yeah.
That's like one of the people. Shout out Super. That's one of the people who's poured into me a lot.
Yes.
A lot. Like always been supportive.
You know,
like,
we have the same
and a lot of my followers, like
me and Super, February 2nd. That's my birthday twin.
A lot of my followers went up because of Super, and I never forget when, like you say, that Tommy moment. That's one of the moments that stand out the most to me about Super.
Wow.
It was a moment to where I was like upset because people was like, "Oh, Tommy." Well, not recently. Years ago, I embraced it. I don't even care about that. Like somebody called me Tommy, I'm turning around. What's up? Like, for real, Charlie. I don't care. Whatever character you call me, like it is what it is. But in that moment, that was new. That was new to me.
Yeah.
And I was so used to being sporadic, and then 2018 Tommy took off, so it was in 2018. I'm not used to like everything I do, you associating it with Tommy, and I'm like, no, I'm an artist. Like this is not Tommy. Like stop putting them together, and I didn't know how to deal with that. So I remember I made a video, tripping. I'm going off. I'm like, stop fucking calling me that, and woo, tripping, right? And I get a call from Super, and the first words out of my mouth was like, hey, take that shit down. I said, huh? He said that, but don't, boy, you don't take that shit down.
Oh, I love it.
She said, you don't want to talk to your followers like that. You don't want to talk to, like, boy, no, this and that. We do. While I'm on the phone, before she can even finish explaining herself, I cut the phone on speaker because I'm in my house by myself. Cut the phone on speaker. I proceed to delete it while she's talking. That's how much respect I have for her. And I just took it down, and I was like, damn, like, but for her to just look out like that, and I was like, okay. So I hung up the phone, I prayed on it, And when I prayed on it, there's a video right now on YouTube called Tommy versus Rob. And I was like, all right, God, like, how could I? Yeah, so the art I created from it was I had a fuss with Tommy and Rob versus talking to my followers, I'm gonna fuss at Tommy. And while I'm fussing with Tommy, Tommy got some fire comebacks. He like, nigga, I made you. Like, you mad?
That was low-key powerful.
Like, I got the world saying this, I got the world this and that, and you mad?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Like, you know what I'm saying? You mad because they ain't checking for you? Nigga wasn't even checking for you until I got here. So, and then, like, but mind you, I'm writing this, but I'm understanding it as I'm writing it. So I put it out like that, and towards the end of the video, it was like, okay, have your fun, Tommy.
Right.
But like, when if people ever get tired of you, and once they're not talking about time anymore, just know I'll be here.
Rob is here
to create something new.
What I like that Super did for you was made you step into a moment of accountability, and I think that's what's happening right now in entertainment industry. A lot of celebrities are being held accountable for their actions. I mean, you got Diddy going to jail, you got Lil Durk, you got Young Thug, and all these things like. And your content can be very controversial. Like a lot of your people do drugs, they killers, they jackers, and things like that. How do we bridge that gap of making sure that we're keeping the messaging that you can be creative, you can be an artist, you can be talented. However, there is a certain time that you have to grow. There is a certain place that you have to step out of your norm and allow yourself to take a certain level of accountability and elevate your task. Like, you know.
So how I look at it is, okay, so I've always been a fan of like the Eddie Murphys, the like In Living Color, the Wayne's family. And that raunchy, edgy style of comedy, that's who I am, true to my core.
Yes.
So for me, it's I'm sorry, not sorry type of approach. It's like, I see a lot of people dumbing it down, like, oh, I'm gonna go this way. I'm not. Oh, well, I don't think that's funny. Well, I think, yeah, I do, and I also think there's other avenues of comedy.
Right.
You know, and another thing is, because I love it so much, and people love me so much and love my style of comedy so much, I know that there's a lane for it. So my thing is, I have to feed the people that love, because I don't want it to dissipate. Because right now we got a lot of sensitivity, like, oh, this and a lot of censorship and this and that with the group. So my thing is like, God, however far it takes me, that's just how far it takes me.
Right.
If I have to dumb it myself down to the point to where I'm like, because a lot of that shit, I don't find funny. A lot of the shit I see on social media, that shit not funny to me. It's like, it's slapstick, it's blue collar, it's like, it's like PG. Like, that's just not my style of comedy. My style of comedy is edgy, and it's going to remain edgy.
I love that. I love that.
If you don't like it, fuck you.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
Because we
like,
Tommy
go
Road,
ahead.
nigga, we're Charlie Chokehold around here.
Straight up.
If you don't like it.
And then life is just imitating, art is just imitating life, right?
Yes.
So now I am careful. I would say that I am careful in some of the things I do. So even when you watch Charlie, and people are like, oh, wow, I've had people like, oh, that's not funny, and this and that. We do, it's life. It's life. So I find the humor in it. So I had somebody was like, oh, it's not funny to put your hands on a woman. When have you ever seen Charlie put his hands on a woman?
He never did.
I said to myself, said to myself, how could I? Because somebody was like, man, you know Charlie. When my father was like, man, you got to get Charlie to smack one of these old. I said,
I'm so excited.
I said, that's to me. I said, I don't think there's humor in that.
Yeah.
Like, I like what I'm doing. Then I sat back and I was like, how could I smack a hoe without smacking her?
The win.
I was like, I can use the win. So now, if I get a comment about, oh, that's not funny, you tell me how that's triggering. You tell me how you're triggered. When have you ever been slapped by the wind, seen a friend, auntie or mama slapped by the wind? It's not, and that's where the humor comes from. The humor comes in using the wind to do it. Awesome. If I physically did it, then I could see somebody being triggered, like, oh, that's not funny.
Yo, I'm so excited
I'll
for
never
like
do that.
this character to see him in action. I think you're gonna be at the Joy
Yes.
very soon.
Yes.
Tell us more about that. How you feel about that?
Man, I'm
how'd you go about picking all the different artists to be a part of this and all those things? Are they your friends?
Yeah, so they're friends. So me picking the different artists was people that I personally like, and I like a lot of people. So let me say that I got people on that I wish I could have put on.
You like us now?
Yeah, like shout out Troy Duchesne, shout out Taj Washington, Riga Ruby, DC Paul. Shit, and I'm so mad that I saw naming names because now people like, man, you ain't named me.
They're good.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to everybody. It's so many names I could have went with. And so many names I plan to go with in the future because this not the, this is only the beginning. But it just came about me just wanting to, just really put on a great show and kind of switch it up, bring a little sketch comedy along with stand-up comedy to the stage.
Well, we will definitely be in the building. It's already been said that we have all access.
You did.
So, we'll be there. Y'all make sure y'all show up to the Joy this Saturday, right?
Yes, this Saturday.
November 30th. November 30th.
November 30th.
Yes.
And I say this, and people probably getting tired of me saying this, but like I am the first Black New Orleans native to headline this venue. And I say that because I want people to understand the history we'll be making, and I just really want y'all to help me make that history. Be there when history is made, and this is also the biggest show I've ever put together in New Orleans. Not the biggest show I've been a part of, but the biggest one I've actually took my time and say, hey, this is the venue, this is the this is that.
You planned it.
That we're gonna do, and take a chance, because it is taking a chance because New Orleans have a stigma of like people like, oh, New Orleans don't support your own. You gotta go here, you gotta go there, you gotta go there. But God has always shown me differently, in my walk. But I do see other comedians come down here and sell out this and sell out this and sell out that. And I said, my people not gonna let me down.
Nope.
Yeah,
it's just something I feel in my spirit. Y'all not gonna let me down. I just feel it in my spirit. So even if you sit back like, man, I ain't coming, that's cool. Somebody is.
We gonna be there, and we are so proud of you. I want you to know that we're super proud of you. Gifting is our love language, so we got a big gift.
Ooh, that's a big bag. Hold on. Ooh, yes, Lord. It's a big old bag.
Go through it.
Can I open it here?
No, but this is the thing. You have to open it on the show.
Okay.
You have to open it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. I gotta. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. It's a voucher. What? I got a $200.
Yes, to Blake's Place. Y'all, make sure y'all go to Blake's Place. One of my sisters, she is also in my local neighborhood. She's like right around the corner from here. Amazing food, great quality. Y'all make sure y'all support another New Orleans local dinner. So, restaurant. So yeah, get it too.
I'm finna cut up. Oh, yes, indeed.
Open that up, get in there.
I'm finna cut up. 200, I'm going crazy. Let me get the, Let me get the, what?
Get it. We got you a new
That's a necklace suit?
BBL for BB We got your new butt.
Oh my God. I need that. BB Hell. Where the fuck did you find this?
Don't worry about it.
BB Hell. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. You hear me? Yeah, hard ass nigga by my ass off. Stop playing. You hear me? Nigga know what's here. Get out of here.
I want your ass.
Get out of here.
I want that ass for you, baby.
You hear me? Put some hands on that ass.
Got you some, merch and gear is getting cold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I love black.
Really? That's my favorite color.
I do.
Yay!
I love black.
Okay,
I love black.
cool.
And my favorite colors is actually blue and orange.
Okay.
But they got blue in here.
We got blue.
Black is in there.
Black is...
So I actually wear black more than I wear my favorite colors.
Okay, cool.
So maybe black is my favorite.
Black is your favorite color.
God damn it. I never knew that.
God damn it, have to discover.
The crazy thing is, I'm so childish when I discovered why my favorite colors is my favorite color.
Why?
So I'm like, I love blue and orange for years. And then one time, blue and orange. Orange, whatever.
Orange.
So for years, I'm like, I love blue and orange. And then my son was like maybe 5 or 6, and he was sitting down watching Ninja Turtles, and I started watching it with him. I'm like, oh, I fucking love Ninja Turtles. And I started watching it.
Favorite?
Michelangelo and Leonardo. Leonardo was a leader, Michelangelo is goofy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit.
It makes sense.
That's why my favorite colors is, so I discovered that recently. If you know, you know.
Now you can look sophisticated when you're drinking your Crown Neat. There you go. Cheers. What else we got? We got other shit now.
We got more stuff. I was just taking a look. Hold on, let me grab it out myself. God damn, get out my bag. God damn, get out my bag.
She packed the bag.
What you an Indian giver? God damn.
I got it. So I remember
Ideas.
you told me that you wanted somewhere to write your ideas.
Oh, wow.
And your thoughts.
Yes.
So there's a new journal for
Yeah. And then they got the Bible pages, huh? Yes, Lord. This is ordained.
Yes, it's ordained.
Good God is working a miracle.
Hallelujah.
Just for me.
Pastor Elroy.
Amen and amen.
Yes, and there's another little journal.
Hey, pass that around. Y'all put a little something in the cup. You since we're here.
Yo.
Amen.
Y'all look, it has been an amazing.
But I got one more thing. Hold on.
It's another one. So a smaller one, lift
like a more travel type of.
And then the bigger one is for your larger ideas.
All right.
You're on the go. I think that's it, nigga. You ain't got to put down in that bag. That's it. Y'all make sure that.
Get my ass back. Put my ass in the bag. Put the ass in the bag, goddamn. Put the ass in the bag.
Ass in the bag. Ass. Y'all.
That's funny.
The amazing, legendary Rob Kazi. We are so proud of you.
Man, thank y'all.
So much.
Thank y'all for real.
For closing our season 1 finale. We couldn't have picked a better guest.
Honestly.
Thank you. I'm honored.
You should be. But no, we happy. So tell the people where they can find you.
And I secretly always wanted to be a part of this show. Let me just say that. I wanted to admit that on camera. Like, I seen her, it was looking all good and nice. And I'm watching and I'm like, damn, how come they ain't ever reach out to me? Like,
we save the best for last.
I wanna go on there. And look, I'm on there.
You gotta manifest. Okay.
Tell the people where they can find you. Let them know.
We on Instagram, Rob_Kazi. I've been trying to get that Rob Kazi for the longest. Somebody got it. It's some Arab dude who ain't posted in 4 years. I've been trying to get it. Y'all help me get that page. No, fuck that. Y'all help me get that page deleted.
Y'all already said.
Y'all flag that page. I'll just come up with animal abuse. I don't know. Just let's get him out of there. I've been trying to get my goddamn name. This nigga don't post nothing. Fuck you, Rob Kazi. Rob_Kazi. All right, that's me. On Instagram, on TikTok is Rob_Kazi, and on Facebook is Rob Kazi.
Okay.
If you got the page with more than 100,000 followers, like 170 something, like you got the right page. If you got the one under 100, I'm no longer active on that page.
Okay, cool. Make sure y'all go to the Joy Theater this Saturday to see our brother live. He is going to be doing all the things. We'll be there, so if you want to tap in with us. And this is If You Know You Know podcast. You can find us at the If You Know You Know pod, and also If You Know You Know podcast on YouTube and across all streaming platforms, y'all. It has been a motherfucking pleasure to give you guys the first season of If You Know You Know podcast. Girl, we did this.
So we did a damn good job, okay?
Damn good job. We did this, y'all. If you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. If you know, you know. And we out. You did.